Helima, I have to ask you, we've seen some extraordinary couple of days in the markets. Is Saudi Arabia going to be the ones that have to make the difference here? And are they going to do it before this Vienna meeting?
I mean, I think Saudi Arabia needs to signal strongly that they're going to take action. There's a perception out there in the market that the Saudis will back off because of the Trump tweet. And so what the Saudis need to do is they need to get ahead of this by signaling their intent to see this through. Right now, there's a lot of skepticism.
But you know better than I do. You've been doing this as long as I have. This is about perception and reality as much as anything else. Have the Saudis already played their card? The Saudis have already said, we'll take 500,000 barrels off because of customer notifications in December, and the GCC obviously will go along with Saudi as well. And they've said about 1 million total coming off. So they've played their card, and the market's just ignoring them.
I think the market's ignoring them because of Trump. I think if you didn't have the Trump tweet, there would not be this skepticism. Right now, there's a view that the Saudis will reverse course because of Trump. There's a sense that Trump really has them, over a barrel at this point.
What about the deafening silence coming out from the north, coming from Moscow?
I think Moscow clearly is the weakest link on this deal. I mean, you've had Novak essentially say, I don't think the market is that oversupplied. Let's take a wait and see approach. Now, he did say, though, at the JMMC press conference, 1 to 1.4 million is what some people were saying about being oversupplied. So if the Russians do get on board, I think that changes a lot. But he could basically, we may not know till meeting day what the Russians are going to do.
Well, yeah, and exactly. And he did say, I asked him very specifically, we got the tape somewhere, I said specifically, will you take oil off the table in the next couple of months? And he said, I expect to be producing the same kind of oil as we're producing now in the next couple of months.
Right. He also said we're not going to be adding more. So a sense that they've reached their near-term high. But think about the situation from Vladimir Putin's perspective. I mean, he's the one who ultimately has to make it all work. And he's watching oil fall like this. He can't be feeling entirely comfortable in his own fiscal position given where we are right now.
But is this about sentiment or is this about algorithms? Because I had the chance to catch up yesterday with the AI minister here in the United Arab Emirates. He's the only one really in the world that's part of a government, right? And he's talking to me about how exciting these new developments are in this technology, that we could use this within the markets and within trading. But how dangerous is this?
I mean, this is a lot of this. The discussion this is systematic traders. These are the computers and the algorithms pushing this market lower. And we've had these wild outsized swings, I think in part because of the role of systematic trading. And so the question is, at what point do you have the fundamentals of reassert control of this market? We don't know, but OPEC's going to play a very important role, I think, in trying to put a floor under this.
But the point has been raised many times, the demand side of the equation. And one very, very senior trader mentioned to me yesterday, he said, look, yes, you're absolutely right, it's the algos pushing it as well. He said, but where is the Asian buyer? If these waivers, which are only limited waivers, have taken massive amounts of Iranian oil potentially off the market now and in the future as well, and it's still a lot of money, half the Chinese barrel is from Iran as well, where is the Asian buyer coming and go, well, hey, look at these prices, I'm in there. Where are they?
Well, here's the question, though. In terms of the Iranian barrels, will they take the discounted Iranian barrels? I don't think they are going to take the discounted Iranian barrels. I think there is a misperception in the market about basically how many more barrels Iran has left to put on the market. I think Iran is going to continue to lose barrels, but the market right now believes that Iran is going to be able to basically pump out almost, huge amounts of oil. They're not focusing on the fact that China is agreed to go down by half. India is going down by half. Turkey apparently is taking a 75% reduction in Iranian barrels. So I think the market is overly fixated on the number of waivers and not the volume that's coming off.
Sorry, but the same point. Why aren't the Asian buyers going, okay, we're taking that Iranian hit, let's fill our boots at these lower levels? They don't seem to be coming in.
No, that is the concern about demand right now. Think about it, the market has fallen very quickly, though. That is, when you have the OPEC, head of research out yesterday, basically once again taking down the demand forecast. That is really negatively affecting sentiment. And you've had the OPEC officials talk about trade wars. They're concerned about what this means for demand, slowing global growth. So that's the kind of nasty demand backdrop that people are pricing into the market.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.